So as we know, Arnold 2025 results are out, and our new Arnold Classic champion is Derek Lunsford, and first runner-up is Samson Dauda. And as we know, in 24, Hadi Choopan was the winner of Arnold Classic. So we are going to compare these three athletes. So these three athletes are our Arnold Classic champions. So you can see in this pose, Hadi Choopan is looking more harder than all two athletes, but when it comes to aesthetics, the V taper, when we see the waistline, the Tarek Lunsford has a very nice V taper back. You can see the waist is very tiny, and as Samsung Dauda, you can see his waist is also good. So the frame is good from Samsung Dauda, but somehow I believe that Samsung Dauda's Mr. Olympia's physique was better, more conditioned than this version of Samsung Dauda in Arnold Classic. So overall, Derek Lunsford is looking so aesthetically pleasant because of the beautiful frame, and but in terms of conditioning, I would say Hadi Choopan is unbelievable when we see the oblique side and midsection as well, especially the striations in quad. But Derek Lunsford have better symmetry, but I would go with better conditioning. So I will give this to Hadi Choopan, and second I will give this to Derek Lunsford, and third I will give this to Samson Dauda. So let's talk about front double biceps. So in front double biceps, when we talk about the waist, the vacuum, Hadi Choopan is so impressive in terms of vacuum. Even Derek Lunsford is looking so impressive. He has improved his quads. I would say his quads are looking bigger than Mr. Olympia last year 24. And if we talk about Samsung Dauda, so in this picture we can see the little gyno also, and he is looking good last year 2024 Mr. Olympia, but in this pose it can be a photo error, or he is not looking that conditioned in this photo. But when the comparison was on at the stage, he was looking good, but in this photo he was not looking that impressive. So overall this pose is looking good from Hadi Choopan, but when you see when we see Derek Lunsford's overall physique, his quads, his midsection, his lats, so he looks really impressive. But overall, if you see the arms are not that conditioned. So overall, the best package, I would say the Hadi Choopan brings the best package in 2024. So I will give this to yes, Hadi Choopan first, second Derek Lunsford, and third Samson Dauda. So let's talk about front lat spread. So Samsung Dauda is not impressive in this pose. We have seen lots of time, but this pose is improved from last 2 years. But still, he is not looking that impressive like other two. If we talk about Derek's pose, he is also not that impressive in this pose because the chest and midsection is looking average. The V taper is good. He is looking monstrous bodybuilder. He is looking big. His quads are improved, but when you see the Hadi Choopan quads and overall symmetry, the size, conditioning, especially the conditioning, Hadi Choopan is beating Samsung Dauda and Derek Lunsford as well. So I will give this to first. I will give this to yes, Hadi Choopan. Second, we can give this to Samsung Dauda because of the better conditioning than Derek Lunsford, and third we'll give this to Derek Lunsford. So let's talk about any side chest. So I would say that Derek Lunsford has improved a lot in this pose. You can see his quads, glutes, hamstrings, they are looking so conditioned, and even his upper body, you can see he is looking striated, big and conditioned. And if we talk about Samsung Dauda, yes, he is looking impressive, but I would say the version of 2024 Mr. Olympia, Samsung Dauda, was looking way more conditioned than this version of Samsung Dauda. But still, in terms of conditioning, only conditioning, I would again choose Hadi Choopan, although it's not a big difference, but still I would choose Hadi Choopan over all other athletes. And second, I will give this to Derek Lunsford because of the better conditioning, better oblique side, better quads, hamstrings, glutes. And third, I will give this to Samson Dauda. So let's talk about any side triceps. So in this pose, you can see again Hadi Choopan is looking so ripped, so conditioned, sharp. and you can see Derek Lunsford's physique. His upper body is conditioned, no doubt. Even obliques are slightly better than Samson Dauda. Glutes, hamstrings, quads are good, but still I believe his Derek's upper body is bigger than lower in this pose, and the balance is not looking good in this pose. And if we see, Samson Dauda has better balance in terms of legs. His legs are huge, and the upper body is also good, so he is giving better balance in this pose. So I will give this to Hadi Choopan first, second Samson Dauda, and third Derek Lunsford. So if we talk about back lat spread, so in this pose you can see Derek Lunsford is unbeatable in terms of glutes, hamstrings, upper body. The density, the thickness Derek Lunsford has is just unreal. And if we talk about other two athletes, yes, Hadi Choopan is impressive. He has made an improvement in 2024 Arnold Classic. Even his glutes, hamstrings were looking good. The density you can see in middle traps, the width is good. Although the density is not that impressive like Derek Lunsford, but still he can beat most of the bodybuilder in this pose. But when it comes to Derek Lunsford, he is unbeatable. And if we talk about Samson Dauda, his glutes are not that impressive. Overall, he is also looking so big and conditioned, but I will give this to Derek Lunsford first, second I will give this to Hadi Choopan, third I will give this to Samson Dauda. So let's talk about back double biceps. Like back lat spread, again I would say Derek Lunsford is unbeatable again in this pose. You can see the depth, the roundness in the body of Derek Lunsford. Even his glutes, hamstrings are so impressive. And if we talk about Samson Dauda, he has also good condition, the depth in back, his hamstrings, but still glutes are not that impressive. And overall, again you can see Hadi Choopan's back is so conditioned. The muscle mass is not that impressive. I would say the muscle mass is not like Derek Lunsford, or even Samson Dauda has better back size. But when it comes to conditioning, I would choose Hadi Choopan over Samson Dauda. So first I will give this to Derek Lunsford, second no doubt Hadi Choopan, third Samson Dauda. So if we talk about abs with thighs, so I will declare the winner. The winner is Hadi Choopan. There is no comparison. You can see the oblique side, the sharper obliques, even the quads are so impressive. And if we talk about Derek Lunsford, in this area he is not that impressive. You can see, you all can see. And even Samson Dauda is not looking impressive like Arnold, Mr. Olympia, but still definitely he will beat Derek in this pose. So first I will give this to yes, Hadi Choopan, second Samson Dauda, third Derek Lunsford. So let's talk about most muscular. So yes, we have seen in Mr. Olympia 24, Samson Dauda beat Hadi Choopan in this pose, most muscular. But still I believe Hadi Choopan is unbeatable in this pose. There is no debate. You can see the midsection, oblique side, striation in chest, shoulder, quads. He is so impressive. And also you can see Samson Dauda. He is so huge. First advantage. And his improved quads you can see, and overall the size is good. But I would give this to Hadi Choopan just because of the better conditioning. The conditioning is so impressive. And second I will give this to Samson Dauda, yes. And third, if we talk about Derek Lunsford, yes, he is looking good, he was improved, but in terms of most musculars, yes, he needs to work more on his conditioning. So overall, if I choose the winner, I will choose Hadi Choopan, and second definitely Derek Lunsford, and third I will give this to Samson Dauda.